Hello everyone, my name is the Man Scorpion, and TWABs have finally started back up this season, so let's get into what's coming. Now, I did a quick run through, of course, making this video, and so I know a little bit what's ahead. Basically, if you're looking at the background footage, you won't be able to do this for much longer. Sad the little glitch is being fixed, and other things amongst. So moving forward, starting off this week at Bungie for January 14th, 2021 from DMG 04. This week at Bungie, we are back in action. Starting from the top, it has been a while, hasn't it? Since the last TWAB, you've gotten your hands on Hawk Moon, the dawning has come and gone, next-gen consoles received some wonderful enhancements, we've released a crow from their cage, and Lord Saturn watched you decimate your foes with Stasis' Iron Banner. On the Bungie side of things, we took a breather. This last year has been full of challenges that none of us expected. Even through everything 2020 had in store, we were able to get Beyond Light and Siege of the Hunt in your hands. This did come at a bit of a cost though, as we needed some time to recharge our batteries for a new year. We have no doubt that 2021 will have mountains to climb and unexpected surprises. We're all excited to get back into the groove of a new year of Destiny development. So let's get this party started. We've got 4 TWABs between you and a fresh start of Destiny 2 content. You're hungry for what we've got planned, and we're eager to dish out the goods. First up, we'll be looking at a few changes to vendors, Dreaming City and Moon rewards, and some sandbox tuning for Hunter Stasis abilities in Crucible. Reward update, Dreaming City and the Moon. Since the launch of Beyond Light, we've been collecting what feels like a metric ton of feedback on various Destiny systems. While we've been sharing some plans related to rewards, DDoS protection on consoles, crossplay, and transmog, we have a few details on rewards from 2 of our more recent destinations, the Moon and Dreaming City. Rewards area lead Justin Dezet will be walking us through some changes in response to player feedback. And from Justin, last month, Assistant Game Director Joe Blackburn spoke about some changes we were making to gear in Season 13 in response to some feedback. Today we're going to briefly chat about what some of these changes are as they relate to our back catalog of expansions and reasoning behind them. First, let's review a list of what you'll be seeing starting in Season 13, i.e. next season within 4 weeks, supposedly. Reissued Dreaming City, Reverie Dawn, and Moon Dreambane armor. These will also drop with high stats when earned through Shattered Throne or Pit of Heresy. The final chest of Pit of Heresy will no longer drop fully masterwork Dreambane armor piece, so if you want to farm cores and prisms, go ahead and do that now. Instead, the Dreambane armor piece that drops will have 7 armor energy and is guaranteed to drop with at least plus 16 in 2 different stats and higher stats overall. Dreambane class items will not drop from this chest. Interesting. I'm not sure why on that note. Going forward, reissued 4 weapons from Dreaming City with new perk pools. Waking Vigil, the Hand Cannon, Sleepless, the Rocket Launcher, Vouchsafe, the Scout Rifle, and Rito Tail, the Shotgun, are coming back. Dreaming City weapons that drop in the Shattered Throne dungeon can roll with perks that are unavailable from drops from other reward sources. Actual incentive to play Shattered Throne now. Reissued 4 weapons from the Moon with new perk pools. Premonition, the Pulse Rifle from Pit of Heresy only. Heretic, Blasphemer, and Apostate from Sorrow's Harbor. And the public event, I forgot what it's called. Altars of Sorrow. As well as the dungeons. And Heretic is the Slug Shotgun, Blasphemer. Actually, no. I got that wrong. I know Apostate's Sniper. Blasphemer and Heretic are either Shotgun or Sniper. I forget which exactly. But either way, weapons that drop in the Pit of Heresy, same thing, can roll with perks that are unavailable from just random reward sources. As well as expanding the Lost Sector and Legend Master rotations to the 4 Moon Lost Sectors, the K1 Logistics, Communication Crew Quarters, and Revelations. We are making these changes to help preserve the relevancy of the destination, specifically some of the pinnacle endgame activities that still exist there. To get more specific around the actual experience, activities were reissues and are acquired to be heavily weighted towards rewarding reissued gear over capped gear, though the exact weighing and mechanisms may differ. For example, at the Dreaming City, if you have already obtained an infusion capped weapon, it will not drop for you again. Weird. Not exactly sure what that means, but either way. If you want to see all these weapons and what they look like, for those of you who are joining us in the point where they have not been around. On the left is the Dreaming City World Armor from Forsaken, and above that, the weapons from the Dreaming City that will be coming back to us. Not all of them, unfortunately, but most of the more popular ones. Same with the Dreambane set on the right. Those are the ones that came with Shadowkeep, and all the weapons, with the exception of the one pulse rifle, the rest came from later sources. Everything else was a little around, but got some more weapon variety of old stuff coming back to us, thankfully. While not every source of gear or legendary reward will be kept up to date for the entire lifetime these destinations are available, we do believe there's high value in targeting some specific activity drops for continued relevance to give you more options for where to spend time as you seek to improve your arsenal. Turn in those tokens! Since Destiny 2 launched, Guardians have been amassing vendor reputation tokens. This could be turned in for legendary gear, which would usually be dismantled for shards and materials. Looking to the future, the team is excited to update the ways in which you will earn reputation with ritual vendors and the rewards that come from, and back to Justin Dazette. And from him again, the rewards for continuous ritual playlist completion have been a subject to come up several times since as we've looked over Beyond Light feedback. We're happy to announce some changes coming soon to Gambit, Crucible, and Strike reward structure. Firstly, we'll be adding two new unique weapon rewards to each of the 3 playlist rituals, so 6 total across all 3 activities. These weapons are in addition to the ones added in Season of the Hunt, and continue to have a small chance to drop at the end of each activity. Second, starting in Season 13 for Gambit and Crucible, Valor, and in future season for Strikes, rank rewards will now be visible on the ritual vendors. Each season, you'll be greeted by a row of rewards progression toward which will be earned automatically to complete relevant playlist activities. Instead of having rank rewards dropped automatically into your loot system, they will be picked up manually from vendor lists. This field list gives much better visibility into what you'll be earning as you progress, and it helps you make better choices about where to spend your time. And for those that would like to see, they gave us a visual example of what it would look like in the new season, of what our new reputation rewards would look like from Shaxx. And you can see at the top right, there is our rank, our experience earned, and above the bounties, we can see the reputation rewards as we'd be earning them. And we can learn anything from upgrades, shaders, enhanced materials, visuals, even ascendant shards as we climb the ranks high enough. So this will definitely be beneficial, at least more beneficial than just getting some random piece of armor and no benefit to power and or maybe your masterworking. So, going forward, progression is on a per ritual basis. You can be rank 10 for Crucible, rank 4 for Gambit, for example. You'll reset your rank right at the vendor by picking up the final reward. Rewards for each individual are as follows. So, thankfully, these will be multiplicative times that you can earn these. For instance, at rank 4, we earn 3 upgrade modules. Rank 7, 3 enhancement cores. Rank 10, Seasonal Ritual Shader, changes at 3 times the enhancement cores at the resetting rank, so more enhancement cores. The Enhancement Prisms, the emblem that will also change to Prisms after resetting a rank, and an Ascendant Shard, which changes to a Exotic Engram after resetting your rank. Ooh. Every rank up rewards, rank up awards a base ritual engram just like before. Additionally, each of the above ranks also award a prime ritual engram. Looky, goody. And another visual of what it would look like post earning emblems and going once all the way through. Due to the automated progression, Crucible tokens and Crucible token gifts are no longer needed and will be depreciated into junk that will delete as a full stack starting in Season 13. So cash those tokens in before the end of the season and get ready to earn some masterwork materials. Honestly, that's a pretty good change, because now we have actual reasons to either turn in our tokens just because they're usefulness, or actually go and get some decent gear from just general activities. And maybe even some better lucky exotics and stuff. Moving forward, a nerf to something stasis again. Revenant, Shatterdive, and Fissures. The conversation and feedback on rewards wasn't the only thing we were tracking over the holiday break. Many of you have been spending time in the Crucible, experimenting with stasis and all of the ways it can change up the flow of a PvP match. prior to the break, we had a round of tuning for Warlocks. Next up, we're looking at Hunters, but also have some comments about our approach to future stasis tuning as we headed into New Year. Please welcome Combat Area Lead Tomonori Kintoshita, who I'm not sure that name. Back to the TWAB to talk about our goals for stasis ability in PvP. I am brain farting hard. So from Tomo, over the holiday break, we saw Trials go live, and with a wealth of valuable feedback from the community, along with this feedback, there should have been a stop or breaking that. Along with the feedback, we've been tracking data from Trials and identified some short-term changes, as well as mid-term goals we are focusing on the coming weeks and months. So, short-term goals. Address outlier stasis abilities, keep subclass decision-making interesting. Reduce the potency of Shatterdive and Whisper of Fissions against Guardians, going live, with the 3.0.2 update. Specifically, Shatterdive now has damage fall-off versus unfrozen targets. Max range damage reduced from 50 to 5. Interesting. Oh wait, max range damage. Okay, I'm assuming that's lowering the range it's fully damaging. Damage reduction during ability reduced from 50 to 25%. Interesting. And Fissures, which I'm assuming is the killing something generates super energy, reduces maximum damage versus non-super player. Oh wait, I think that's the... Actually, hang on. Let me just remove that from the screen real quick and check myself while I'm looking. Let's see, which aspect is Fissures? Refraction, shards, fissures. Okay, that basically makes it so the stasis... Okay, that makes sense. The damaging one, that when you break stasis crystals, it does more damage. Okay, back to one screen. Reduced maximum damage versus non-super players from 42 to 22 to 30 to 4. Oof. Reduced maximum damage versus super players from 40 to 22 to 16 2. Reduced detonation radius versus players from 10 meters to 9. Oof, that's a heavy nerf to that one, and that also affects all classes. So all you hunters who have been spamming Shatterdive with Whisper of Fissures, this is your fault. You're doing this to everybody. As well as all classes can do it, you're the only ones who can do it best. Investigating the efficacy of the Stasis Titan Behemoth Super, we want to let the above change settle to see where Behemoth stands in our PvP hierarchy. But this is next on our radar. So my behemoths out there are going to be looked at next. Oof, I am trembling. So, for the midterm goal, improve PvP subclass usage and win rate balance. Addressing stasis ability outliers will help us lower the ceiling, but also want to pull up other underperforming light subclasses. And for the goal, review our ability to gunplay balance in PvP. Destiny is a game about both explosive space magic moments and intrinsically satisfying gunplay, especially in our 3v3 playlist, i.e. comp. The usage of abilities has climbed as we introduce more and more ways to charge them quickly. We're still in very early discussions, but we're looking into restoring a better balance where proper gunplay is rewarding in these playlists, i.e. you won't only be killed by abilities and shotguns, you might actually be killed by a weapon every now and again. A few of you have noticed prior to our holiday oh wait, hang on, I think this was the one I screwed up. Nope, that's not. Ignore me. A few of you noticed that prior to our holiday break, we were able to get a few sandbox changes delivered faster than expected, thanks to changes on Destiny 2's backend and the Destiny content. I'm not sure how that works. Oh, the Destiny content vault. Our patch pipeline is indeed better than before. That said, some changes won't happen at light speed, as our team wants the appropriate time to collect feedback, check the data, and test proposed changes. Once these changes have been validated, we'll be eager to get you TWAB details, blog articles, and more. Worldwide community. Sometimes it can be difficult to think of how large the Destiny community has been since 2014. It seems no matter where you be in the world, you might bump into a fellow hunter, warlock, or titan. Last year, we bolstered our efforts with the addition of 2 international community managers, joining us, welcoming a third to the team, introducing new Russian community manager, Ivan Yanavushkin. Privyet, Ivan says. My name is Ivan, and I'm the latest community manager added to the Russian team Russian-speaking Guardians. Excuse me. In Destiny 2, I enjoy making raids more complicated by doing them with fewer than 6 people, and endlessly roaming around Europa on my Warlock, which for me is a meditating experience. Some of you might know me from my past work at Blizzard Entertainment, where I worked as a community manager for different titles. This experience will help me, but I will also be thankful for your guidance. Feel free to reach out to tell me what works, what doesn't, and how things can be improved for the Destiny community. One day, when real-life gaming events finally become possible again, I will be able to meet you in person, but for now, let's stay in touch on Twitter, Vicante, and the Russian Bungie forums. I'm assuming Vicante is some Russian social media. It is an honor to work with such an amazing community. My job will be to pass the voice to players and developers, help local content makers grow, manage Russian social media changes, and take care of many other duties. It is best to be Ivan the Great, not Ivan the Terrible. Hopefully one day I'll even get to used to the fact that hydras explode after death. Smile emoji. Spasibo, which is also a Russian term for goodbye. So moving forward, keeping us updated through the holiday break, Destiny player support was at the ready, providing vital information to players encountering bugs, seeking workarounds, or just asking for help with the network setup. This week, their eyes turned towards an upcoming hotfix, preparing you all for the upcoming update. This is their report. So for update 3.0.2, here's a bunch of times of when it'll go live. I'll just kind of keep it on screen so anyone can pause it whenever they want to. And moving on in 3, 2, 1, going forward. Fixes that will be coming with the next hotfix. Hive bosses in Ana, Broodquing, and Zilox were not counting as Hive boss kills in the bounty. Those are those big witches that we've been fighting. In Ana, I suppose that is Scarlet Keep. But either way, moving on. Some players couldn't respawn if they died during the boss fight of the Inverted Spire Strike. Seen that happen once or twice. Players could get out of the environment in several Crucible maps. Bad. Quit trying to break Crucible. Some quest items were not dropping from the moon free roam activity. This prevented completion of the several Essence quests such as Essence of Rage, Essence of Insanity, and Essence of Servitude. The Unrelenting perk was not triggering health regeneration. Thank you. I'd like my little health regen back. Might of Multi-Tools Catalyst wasn't dropping from competitive Crucible wins. Boo. Deal without it. It's useless anyways because it already has great reload. Taken Scions were replicating too rapidly and Prophecy dungeon encounters. I hope I wasn't the only one who noticed that. Thank you for fixing that one. Garden of Salvation. Flawless completions were not awarding the inherent perfection triumph. I would be mad if I flawless that raid and did not get the triumph for it. The High Celebrants sometimes would take damage, wouldn't take damage nor go to the Ascendant Plane. Fixed, hopefully. Fixed an exploit where players could have Shelter from the Storm permanently applied in the Deep Stone Crypt raid. Fixed an issue where Cloud Strike hits on Divinity Cage counters 2 precision hits. Fixed an issue where Grandmaster Nightfall timer set to 30 minutes. And fixed an issue where PlayStation 5 presented clan and rosters from loading. So what I mentioned before about the background footage, this being the limited time you'll be able to actually get footage like this where you're standing out in the middle of the storm and just living, that's what I meant. The glitch that allows you to stay out in the storm forever is being fixed soon. So do it while you can, or at least go and open your chests while you can if you don't have many loot sources. Dust and Echoes. Almost 9 years ago, stats and files from our previous franchise Halo stopped getting updated on Bungie.net. Since then, all stats, files, and other data from Halo 2, 3 ODST, and Halo Reach have lived in remembrance in Halo.Bungie.net. On February 9th, the Halo.Bungie.net website will be taken offline permanently. Everyone is welcome to save their stats and files however they can. If they'd like to save anything, please keep in mind that our news articles, forums, and groups were imported to the current version of the Bungie.net back in 2013. So sadly, like Bungie just said, the website will be taken offline, so if you wish to retrieve old stats from Halo back in the day, go ahead and grab them before they're gone, because once they're gone, they will not be retrieved ever again. So yeah, you got just 20 days or so, if my math is right. But sentimental value is gone. Known issues. Of course, there is always known issues, and for the full list, there is a link on the website if you wish to go find it. But going over some of them, the exotic ship reward from the High Celebrant ship mission is not properly showing that it is a rare chance reward in the activity description. Chances for the reward increase with each activity completion, so if you don't have it yet, keep trying, it'll drop soon. Portals aren't opening when the High Celebrant leaves because the Black Orb takes no damage. Players can mitigate this issue by not using sidearms and not shooting the orb as it immediately spawns. but that needs to be fixed anyway, just generally, because that's a bit of an issue. Well, 4 weeks. I mean, if you don't finish it with 4 weeks, it's not too terrible. Enemies in the Crucible and PvE aren't colorblind friendly when highlighted. Ooh, please fix that for our colorblind friends. Special finisher mod no longer unlocks for new players. Oh no! Bomber mods don't work when hunters have the Dragon Shadow exotic equipped. Yeah, do that. That was one of the ways they got Whisper of Fissures and Shatterdive super broken. Moving on. The overload shot on auto rifles doesn't proc if you're holding down the trigger right after reloading, even if it does the overload animation. Oof. That probably failed some Grandmaster attempts once or twice. Some players receive the bird error code when trying to get to the Wall of Wishes in the Last Wish raid. Sometimes the vault encounter in the Last Wish raid won't let you read icons nor spawn enemies after slamming a plate or finishing a phase. That's a big fix required because that literally will prevent you from finishing it. Sometimes Riven doesn't get stunned on the second level in the final encounter of the Last Wish raid. Same thing, the Forfeit Shrine Ascendant Challenge. Completion doesn't count towards Ascendant Champion or Hone for speed triumphs blocking the Cursebreaker seal. Another important fix required. The Run the Gauntlet Triumph doesn't unlock when completing the time trial in the Sumerian Garrison Ascendant Challenge. Ahamkara Bones are missing in the Shattered Throne dungeon and multiple Ascendant challenges. Many issues. I hope you fix those before Dreamy City becomes useful again. Players will sometimes go into a Nightfall with 16 people when they're trying to load into the tower. Ew. I want to see that happen. Sometimes dialogue gets cut off at the end of a Wrathborn hunt. Had that happen for hunters using Way of the Warrior subclasses. Combination blows sometimes stop working and doesn't give gamblers dodge back. Oh no. Non-exo characters will be giving exo-specific dialogue on Europa. The Light of Dawning emblem cannot equip stat trackers. And the coaxial bond ornaments for Ophidian aspects are causing the bottom left of people's screens to glitch and flicker. Not in that order though. So, those are the issues that are currently known, with new ones being added every day for individuals. If you need to check and maybe add something, check the help forums. They will guide you on how to do that. Finishing up, of course, there's movies of the week, but moving to the end of the important stuff for news. While we may not be in the office, it feels great to be back in the saddles, always enjoying driving through feedback, discussing the future of Destiny with the team, and figuring out how to tackle the challenges of a new year. Cheers to all who walked this path with us since 2014. It's always crazy to think how far we've come and still have far yet to go. See you in the wild. Cheers from DMG. So that is all for us. It was quite a long one as there was a lot of talking and quite a bit of editing. This will likely go out in the morning. So, if there is anything important that you learned on the coming days of Destiny, a like, share, subscribe would be heavily appreciated. It will definitely help the channel as much as it can. So, with that, my name is Matt Scorpion, and I will see you in the next video when I do something. I still don't know what, but I will see you then.